Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video we will be discussing about sample problems involving work, power, and energy. So I prepared here 8 problems. So let us begin para mas maintindihan ninyo yung mga formula na meron tayo. So these are the formulas for the work, power, and energy. For the work, we have FD. F stands for the force acted or acting upon the object. Yung D is the distance or displacement, kung saan yun na, hanggang saan yung narating ng object na yun. So yung work, may unit tayo na joule. Okay? Then we also have the power with the unit of watt or watts. Yung power ay may formula na work over time. Okay, when we say work, it is the product of the force and the distance. When we say power, it is the rate of a work. Kaya meron siyang time. So pag meron ng time, automatically involved na yung power. Okay, malalaman natin kung ano yung value ng power. Then we also have the energy. We will be discussing two types of energies here. We have the potential energy, which has a formula of mgh. M stands for the mass. G is the gravitational acceleration that is constant, and it is equal to 9.8 meter per second squared. H stands for the height. So pag potential energy, may height siya. So ang object na inaangat natin, nag-store siya ng energy, and that energy is called potential energy. Pag paangat. Okay? Kinetic energy, ito naman more on horizontal naman to. Horizontal motion. So, meron tayong formula na 1/2 mv squared. So, m stands for the mass again, then v is the velocity. So, para makuha yung kinetic energy, dapat meron tayong velocity na given. Pag wala, kailangan nating hanapin. Okay? So, let's have the following examples that I have in here. Lagay ko lang muna dito yung mga formula natin para ma-set natin. So, let's have the first example. Okay, this is the first example that I have. Ramdoy applied a force 12 Newton. So, meron tayong given force na 12 Newton to push a cart on the frictionless floor to a distance of 4.56 meters. How much work is done? So, we're looking for the work that has a formula of FD. So, dito meron tayong given na 12. 12 is 12 Newton. Since Newton yan, automatically siya yung force natin. So, the force is 12 Newton. Then, we also have 4.56 meters. That is the distance according to the problem. So, we have the distance 4.56. So, we can now substitute to the given or to the formula the following given that we have. So, this will be equal to 12 times yung 4.56 to compute for the work. So, let's multiply using your calculator. 12 times 4.56, that is equal to 54.72. So, the unit of the work is joule or joules. So, this is the answer in number 1. As simple as that. Kailangan lang natin makuha yung force, then imamultiply lang natin dun sa distance na binigay. Kapag wala yung force, kailangan natin computein. Tandaan, ang force natin could either be normal force, frictional force. Ito yung mga basic forces na pwede nating ma-encounter. Doon meron din tayong gravitational force, or we call it sometimes weight. That is equal to mg. Okay? Then yung isa, so normal force, gravitational, frictional, isa naman applied force. Ang force ay may unit na Newton. Kaya pag binigay sa problem Newton, automatically siya yung given force. So dito, applied force ang binigay. So meron ng 12 Newton, kaya sinubstitute na lang natin. Okay, kapag binigay naman yung mass lang, kailangan natin kunin yung gravitational force o yung weight natin, yung tumutulak pababa, mg. So pag may mass tayo, i-multiply lang natin sa 9.8, makukuha natin yung force na meron dun sa object. Let's have number 2. In number 2, we have Melody use a horizontal force of 15 Newton. So, lagyan lang dito. 15 Newton to push a cart on a ramp which is 680 cm long at an angle of 320. Actually, dito 320, masyadong mataas. 32 degrees lang yan. 680 cm long at an angle of 32 degrees above the horizontal. What work is done? So dito, kapag meron kayo nakitang degree, may angle na binigay, dadagdagan nyo lang yung formula natin sa work. So instead na FD lang, gagawin nyo F cosine theta. Para yan sa degree natin na binigay. Okay? Then, i-times nyo lang ulit dun sa distance. So, instead na FD, dadagdagan nyo ng F cosine theta. Then, yung theta, yun yung angle na binigay, 32 degrees. Then, times the distance pa rin. Then, gawin natin, what is the given force dito? The given force is, ito, 15 Newton. So, yung F, palitan natin ng 15 Newton. Cosine, copy cosine. Then, 32 degrees, so cosine 32. Parenthesis ulit. Then yung D natin is 680 cm long. 680 cm long. So, ano lang natin to. So, multiply lang natin. 15 cosine 32 times 680. So dito kailangan muna nating i-convert yung 680 centimeters to meters kasi kailangan ang unit natin lagi meters. So yung 680 convert natin sa meters. So, ang 680, pag kinonvert nyo sa meters, ay 6.8. So, lagyan natin 15 cosine 32 6.8 meters na to ngayon. Okay, convert nyo lang to sa meters. So, multiply natin 15 cosine 32 times 6.8. That is 86.5. So, joules na yan. So, that is the amount of work na meron sa number 2. Ang pagkakaiba lang merong degree. Kaya magdadagdag lang kayo. Mumultiply nyo lang ng cosine 32. It is always cosine na. So, ito, kinonvert ko lang sa meters. Let's have number 3. Okay, for number 3, ito yung problem natin. How long will it take a 25,000 watts motor to lift an 80 kilogram block 30 meter high? So, ito, involved naman na yung power. Kasi meron tayong W. Ang W na yan ay watts. So, yun yung power. So, lagay natin given, power, meron tayong 25,000 watts. Then, meron tayong, ito, 80 kilograms. Yung mga kilograms na yan, yan yung natin, mass. May given mass na 80 kilograms. Then, meron tayong 30 meters high. Okay, yun yung gaano kataas yung pagkakabuhat dun sa 80 kilogram block. Okay, merong ginamit na power na 25,000 watts. So, meron tayong lalagay dito na distance o yung height natin. That is 30 meters. So, compute natin daw yung how long will it take at 25,000. So, how long, pag sinabing how long, time yung hinahanap. So, gagamit tayo ng formula dito, yung may time. Ito yung power. So, power is equal to work over time. So, meron na tayong power, which is 25,000. Palitan natin yan. Equals, do we have already the work? So, since wala pa tayong given work dito, compute natin yung work. Ang work ay may formula na FD. So, meron ba tayong force? Pag walang force, pero merong mass, makukuha natin yung given force. Ito times mo lang to sa 9.8 para makuha yung force. Kasi ito yung M, ito yung G. So, mass times the gravity is equal to the weight. Yung weight ay, yun ay magiging force natin, the gravitational force. So, i-multiply lang natin yung 80 sa 9.8. 80 times 9.8. That is equal to 784. Yun yung magiging amount of force natin. 784. 84. Yung F na to ay mg. Yan yung gagawin natin force. Kasi walang given force. So, yung D ay 30. Times lang sa 30. So, times 30 lang natin to. That is equal to 23,520. So, yung gagawin natin work. Kinuha natin yung work para mailagay natin dito. So, meron tayong 23,520 over the time. Yan yung time na hinahanap. So, gawin lang natin, i-multiply lang natin, cross-multiply. So, magiging 25,000 tas T equals 23,520. Divide both sides dun sa katabi ng T para ma-isolate natin yung T. So, divide both sides by 25,000, cancel. Time is equal to the quotient of these two numbers. So, 23,520 divided by 25,000. That is equal to 500. Oops, gamit ako ng pindot. 23,520 divided by 25,000. That is equal to 0.94 seconds. So, wala pa siyang 1 second. So, yan yung, ang unit ng time natin ay seconds. Okay? Hindi minutes, hindi hours, kundi seconds lang. So, 0.94 yung lumabas na time natin. That's the answer in number 3. So, let's have now number 4. Okay, this will be the problem number 4 natin. 7 na pala. Okay, problem number 4. A 20 kilogram crate is lifted from 200 meters above the ground in 5 minutes. How much work is required to lift in 200 meters into the air? So, meron tayong given na 20 kilograms. So, yan ay mass, which is 20 kilograms. Lifted from 200 meters. So, yan ay distance, 200 meters. Okay? Ngayon, how much work is required to lift it in 200 meters into the air? So, yun ay 200 meters. So, ang hinahanap lang ay work. So, madali lang to. F, D. What would be the value of the force? Since ito lang yung given natin, paano natin kukunin yung force? Gamit lang yung mass. So, yung mass, times na natin sa 9.8 para makuha natin yung weight, which is the force or yung gravitational force natin. So, 20 times 9.8, that is 196. So, meron tayong force, 196, that is Newton, kasi yun yung weight natin. 196 times yung distance, 200. Multiply lang natin para makuha natin yung yung work. That is equal to 39,200 joules. So, that is the work. That is for letter A. What about in letter B? What is the average power exerted on the crate? So power naman yung hinahanap. Ang power ay may formula na work over time. So, paano natin kukunin yon? What is the average power exerted on the crate? So, dito, meron tayo dapat work. So, may work na tayo, which is 39,000. So, lagyan natin 39,200 divided by yung time. Ang time natin ay ito, 5 minutes. Okay? Ang 5 minutes, kailangan i-convert natin into seconds. So, alam naman natin na in 1 minute, meron tayong 60 seconds. So, since 5 minutes yan, times na natin sa 60. So, 5 times 60, that is equal to 300. So, yung 5 minutes natin ay equal lang sa 300 seconds. So, yun yung gagamitin nating time. Time would be 300 seconds. So, yung mga basic yun natin dapat naka-meters, naka-seconds, naka-kilogram para madali natin ma-solve. So, yung 5 minutes, convert lang natin into seconds, times 60 lang, so that is equal to 300. So, divide lang natin para makuha yung power. 39,200 divided by 300 is equal to 130.67. The unit is W, which is watts. Okay, power is equal to 130.67 watts. That's how you get it. So next, let's have number 5. So sa number 5, ito yung number 5 natin. Okay, this is the problem for number 5. A 2 kilogram block slides on a frictional surface at 10 meters per second. How much kinetic energy does it have? So, kinetic energy has a formula of 1/2 mv squared. So, what are the given? So, meron tayo ditong 2 kilograms. So, meron tayong mass, 2 kilograms. Then, slides on a frictional surface at 10 meters per second. So, meron tayong velocity, 10 meters per second. Madali lang kinetic energy. K E. Kinetic energy is equal to 1/2 mv squared. So, 1/2, yung m natin is 2 kilograms, so times 2. Then, yung v natin ay 10, so 10 squared. So, i-multiply lang natin, 1/2, that is equal to 0.5 din. So, multiply lang, 0.5 times 2, then 10 squared. 0.5 times 2 times 10 squared is 100. 10 times 10. Or lagay mo lang dito 10 squared. That is equal to 100. So, all in all, ang value nito ay 100. Ang kinetic energy ay may unit din na joule. Okay? So, joule lang unit natin para sa kinetic energy. So, the final answer is 100 joules. Okay, that's how you solve for kinetic energy. Number 6. A 6 kilogram rock moving in a space has 432 joules of kinetic energy. How fast is it moving? Pag tinatanong how fast, ibig sabihin we're looking for the velocity. Velocity of the object or of this rock. So, ang gagawin nyo lang is kinetic energy formula pa rin, 1/2 mv squared. So, ang mga given natin ay itong mass na 6 kilograms. Next is, meron tayong 432 joules of kinetic energy. So, meron tayong kinetic energy na 432. Then, ang hinahanap ay velocity. So, gamitin lang yung formula na to. Meron tayong kinetic energy which is 432. So, palitan natin yung kinetic ng 432 equals 1/2 copy. And then yung m natin, the mass is 6 times 6. Then v squared, yung v nawawala. So, lagyan lang natin v squared. So, para makompute natin to, i-multiply lang natin to. 6 times 1/2. So, 6 times 1/2 is equal to 3. Then copy V squared. That is equal to 3. Okay, then copy 432. Divide both sides by 3. Cancel. 432 divided by 3. Compute na natin. 432 divided by 3. That is equal to 144. Equals V squared. This is not yet the final answer because we still have to get the square root of the both sides. So, square root natin to. That is equal to 12. So, 12 yung value ng velocity natin. 12 meter per seconds. Ito, cancel na yan. Magiging V na lang yan. So, V equals, square root ng 144, that is 12. Then, the unit must be meter per seconds because it's velocity. So, that's it. Let's have the next problem. We have here, find the potential energy of a 42 kilogram student that goes up. So, pag potential energy, ang movement natin ay pataas lang. Okay? Kaya nga dito nakalagay that goes up on the stairway with height of 6.79 meters. So, 42 kilograms is the given mass. So, 42 kilograms. Then, we also have 6.79 as the height. So, 6.79. Height or D, H or D, pwede mong gamitin. 6.79 meters. What? So, tinatanong is the potential energy. The potential energy has a formula of mgh. So, ang G, alam naman natin, given yan. So, meron tayong G na 9.8 meter per second squared. So, palitan lang natin, potential energy or PE is equal to M42. Gravitational acceleration is 9.8. The height is 6.79. Multiply the three numbers, the product would be 42. Multiply lang natin. 2,794.76 potential energy. So the unit is still joules. Potential energy and kinetic energy has a unit of joules. Next, let's have number 8. For number 8, using a rope, a fireman climbs the building vertically up to a distance of 8 meters. So, meron tayong distance. Since vertical yan, sabi dito vertically, so yung 8 meters would be H, the height. 8 meters, H or D. If his potential energy is at the point is 3,850 joules. So, the given potential energy is 3,850 joules. What is the weight of the fireman? Ang tinatanong is the weight. Okay? So, gamitan yung formula ng potential energy, mgh. So, P E is equal to mgh. Palitan natin. Wala tayong mass. So, copy na natin yan. Yung G meron tayo, 9.8. Yung height natin is 8 meters. Then, potential energy is 3,850. So, multiply lang natin. 9.8 times 8. Okay, 78.4. Ito, pag minultiply mo to, 78.4. Yung mass, copy mo lang. Then, 3,850. Divide both sides by 78.4. Cancel natin to. Mass would be equal to the quotient of the two numbers. So, 3,850 divided by 78.4. That is equal to 49.11. It is just the mass. So, ito ay kilograms. Okay, 48.11 kilograms. So, ang tinatanong dito, what is the weight of the fireman? So, to get the weight, pag may given mass tayo, multiply mo lang ulit sa 9.8. So, 49.11, di ba ang weight natin ay may formula na mg. May m na tayo, 49.11. times 9.8 na lang. So times 9.8, that is equal to, the weight is equal to 481.25 Newton pagka-weight. Kapag mass, kilograms lang. That's how you do number 8. So those are the problems that we solve. Those are all about the work, power, and energy. I hope that you learned something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe to keep you more updated on my next videos. Thank you.